we have made it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You don't even know. I'm so excited right now. We just pulled up to Squeegee Prints. It is a screen printing place. The car is filled with like 3 huge boxes of t-shirts for the merch that I'm coming out with for you guys. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this day for so long. They're all gonna get printed on with the logo and the design that I chose. The design that I pretty much made, so this is crazy. All right, they close in like 10 minutes. I gotta hurry up and go in there and drop all these t-shirts off. Alright, we officially dropped off all the t-shirts. I feel so bad because I kind of told you guys that the merch was coming soon. Like, I told you guys so long ago. And honestly, I completely got ahead of myself. I was not ready whatsoever. And I didn't know really. I just wasn't prepared. I kind of said it was coming out soon, but then I didn't really know the things I needed in order to like come out with t-shirts. There was much more that needed to be done that I wasn't aware of at the time when I announced it to you guys. Originally, I wanted to come out with merch at 30K, but again, like I said, I got ahead of myself. And then also this whole like virus pandemic thing went down. For a while, it just wasn't going anywhere. And then I went ahead and like started like doing my research more and actually trying to find a place to get my shirts printed. So yeah, for a while, a lot wasn't going on whatsoever. And I want to apologize for that because I feel like I left you guys hanging for so long, but we officially got it done today. So the turnaround time is, I believe, 14 to 20 days, it says on their website. So around 2 to 3 weeks or so, it'll take them to get these shirts done. So it's more time, but I'm honestly super happy with like the progress made so far. Now I know that they're actually getting made now, instead of me just trying to like figure out things and pretty much the whole process just being like still. So it's nice that things are actually flowing now and moving. Yeah, so I posted a story on my Instagram telling you guys I'm gonna do a Q&A in the next video, and for you guys to ask away with a whole bunch of questions that you guys are wondering. So many questions, literally. I'm like blown away with how many questions I got. So I'm not gonna go through every single one because this video would probably be like an hour long. So we're just gonna get right into it. So Shark FRS asked, have you decided turbo or supercharger, and what brand would you go with for either one? So I have not decided what route to go yet, honestly. I do have my eyes on one kit, and it is a turbo kit by JDL. Some guys selling it used, so that is what I've pretty much been eyeing. As far as the brand supercharger, I would probably go with Vortec. I'm .slow asked, first thing you buy after winning the lottery. I could go like the bad route, which is like buying hella cars, or be smart and like invest it. But the first thing though, I guess my boring answer would be like pay off everything, pay off all the debt, like my family's debt, all the houses, cars, and probably buy like a huge piece of land. And I guess my fun answer would be probably like a Lamborghini Huracan or a Mustang. A lot of you guys are wondering if it's gonna be turbo or supercharger and when it's coming. Like I said, I'm still learning. I have my eyes on a turbo kit right now, but you never know. Like, I can come across a good deal with a supercharger. I'm still in the middle right now. I'm still in the middle. When you get a Mustang, what would you do with the FRS? So my idea is I for sure want to keep the FRS. I do not want to sell the FRS to get a Mustang. I really want to have both cars. I feel like that'd be really cool to have like a JDM car alongside like a muscle car. But yeah, for sure, I definitely don't want to get rid of the FRS for the Mustang. So a lot of people are asking, what made you buy an FRS? That is a really good question. So all throughout my senior year of high school, it it was like a year after the FRS came out. So it was really new out in the scene. But yeah, I was in the market looking for a car because I had a 2012 Nissan Sentra, and I wanted to get into the car scene. I wanted to get a manual. That was like my #1 like reason why I wanted to get a new car. Is because I really wanted to get a stick shift car and learn. But yeah, I didn't know like how to buy a car. I didn't know anything regarding that whole process. So I thought like to buy a car you need to pay it all in cash. Like I was completely ignorant. But yeah, me and my friends are always talk about FRSs because they're so new. We'd see them out in the streets, they're like modified. And we're always like, oh, it'd be so sick to have an FRS one day. But we never really like, you know, tried to get one because I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't something that I could do at the moment. But my sister hit me up one day and she was like, oh, like look at this FRS, it's a good price. I was like, I can't buy that car, like I don't have the money for that. But she was like, oh, you can like finance it, like you can pay monthly payments, like you can do it right now if you get like a cosign with your parents. And I was like, no way, blank amount of money a month, I could do that. So I got super hyped after like knowing it's possible to get one. It's kind of like random, but yeah, shout out to my sister for putting me on. Speedy_Alvarez asked, any tips for someone who's looking to start making videos about the progress of their car? My tip for someone who's looking into doing that is to just start. The hardest thing to do when making videos is starting. Like you get so scared, you like, oh, like people are gonna like judge me. Like my very first video was like installing an exhaust on my friend's Mustang. Like one day he hit me up, oh, I'm gonna put an exhaust on, and I just filmed and I posted it. I was really scared, I was nervous, and if you watch it you can tell like how different it was with how I talked. But I just started and I uploaded it. Like I just put it up, like I just had to put content up because I've always wanted to do YouTube videos, but I was always like second guessing it, overthinking. You just gotta do it. You just gotta put your content out there. And as far as like, you know, keeping progress up with your car, just be consistent with it. Don't post like once every 2 months. Like just try to stay consistent with your videos. Rose Red WX asked, when do you plan on getting a Mustang? So I've really been thinking about this alongside this whole like, you know, boosting the car. So I'm not made of money. I'm not rich by any means whatsoever. It's pretty much like choosing one or the other right now. I could put a down payment on a Mustang right now, but I wouldn't be able to boost the FRS. So it's pretty much like going in between the two, and I really want to boost the FRS because I feel like it's needed with this car. But if I turbo the car, it puts me back on buying the Mustang, if that makes sense, like money wise. But I'm gonna stick to my goal, and it's on my vision board. I told you guys this year my goal is to get a Mustang for sure. From Chris Meard, he asked, what motivates you? Basically what motivates me in simple terms is as far as my future, not having to work for somebody. Like that is something that's really big in my mind. My goal is to not work for somebody and to work, you know, off of my own time, work for myself, be my own boss. It's just pushing towards that goal, reaching towards a point where I won't have to eventually work for someone. Raw_like that asks, are you ever gonna do a meet and greet? Yes, I really want to do that. It was something I was about to do before the whole virus thing went down. I was about to do it, but you know, that all went down, so we weren't able to really go out like that. But yes, that is something I really want to do. CZPhotos_MD asks, will you ever do an engine swap to the FRS? So, funny thing is I actually have it on my vision board, is an LS swap. I really want to do an LS swap. I always thought like turbos weren't really like worth it at the moment when making that vision board, so that's why it's not on there. But my views have changed since. I got to drive like a turbo FRS, so it was much different. Dude, I need this so bad. But like long-term wise, an engine swap is like a huge goal of mine that I want to do with this car for sure. Later down on the road, once I get like a shop and space and stuff. Jason.Cruz asked, what numbers are you trying to reach when you boost to 86? Like a good 300 is what I'm aiming for. I feel like that's like good for like keeping the car somewhat reliable. It is my only car, so I don't want to like go like overboard with it. Another question from Tony Batista, when did you learn to drive stick? I learned stick in my mom's 2002 Nissan Xterra. So it's like this huge SUV. But yeah, I was like starting to get into cars and I really wanted to look into a manual. So I pretty much like asked her like, you know, can I learn to drive stick in your car? And she's like, yeah, I'll teach you. So yeah, that's how that all went down. Someone asked, do you ever get annoyed of your exhaust? Usually I don't whatsoever, surprisingly, because it's like super loud. But when I'm hungry or annoyed, when I'm hangry and my car is like droning like crazy on the freeway, like I can't. DJ Chris Bain asked, worst mod you've done to the FRS? That is a good question. Wow, I literally cannot think. It was a long time ago, like over 2 years ago. I got like 80mm spacers for a wheel setup that I used to run. I was running like a lot of camber, and I was pretty much running like stock body wheels on my Rocket Money V1, and I had to order a set of 80mm spacers. So that's a little bit over 3 inches. That's crazy. I actually made a video on it. Fake Social Media asked, what's another car you want to own besides a Mustang? Oh man, you guys are asking good questions. I've actually thought about this question a lot, and it's really hard to think about a car that I would get besides the Mustang, because I literally have like tunnel vision for that car. I want to say a WRX for sure. This question like was really hard to answer like way back, but I recently drove my friend's WRX. Dude, that sounds so good. What do you guys think? New daily? Should I get one as a daily? It's like full bolt-on, and I fell in love. So I think that car would definitely be another car I would get. I feel like this is the #1 asked question that I get. So where do I work? What do I do for work? So as you guys may know, I work 2 jobs. On the weekends, so that's sort of like my weekend job. I do food delivery, and as my main full-time job, I work on airplanes. Willie_Z33 asks, what's your philosophy on being successful? Mindset. Car_Lowe's29 asks, favorite song? Ooh, let's see. Let's go into Apple Music. It's hard because I don't really have a favorite song. My most recent added stuff on Apple Music is like what I listen to, or what I like as of right now. But right now probably is Codeine by Nav and Gunna. I love that song. That song slaps. Thayer_Austin asks, what's your best memory in the FRS? I guess like a really big memory of mine in the FRS was getting state refed. That was something else. That is something that I will never forget. Best memory, this is not really like one memory right here, but probably driving the car after you install a mod. I feel like that right there, if you mod your car, you can relate to so easily. Like just driving it, like taking it on a drive, say after you put like a new exhaust on, or you know, something on the car. It's just a great feeling. Bretman Tor asked, what got you into cars? I've always loved cars all my life. Even when I was a kid, I had thousands of Hot Wheels, and I like knew like the make and model of all of them. And I was so young. I was like, I don't know, like 4, 5, 6, 7. Like I knew like the car models and stuff. So I've loved cars all my life. And then obviously as I grew older, like getting my license, like I pretty much went from toys to even bigger toys. Sean.Fernandez asks, what's one thing that bothers you about your car right now? One thing that bothers me about my car right now is probably the front bumper. It sits so low and I hit it on the ground like every single day. So that's probably like the #1 thing that bothers me. A lot of people are asking, what's your favorite mod on the FRS? This is gonna sound like really weird to a lot of you guys probably, and you're not gonna see it coming. But my favorite mod has to be tire lettering. Without tire lettering, I feel like it looks so weird. But once you throw them on, it makes like a day and night difference. That is by far my favorite mod for any car, really. When's the 5.0 coming? A lot of people are asking. I want it so bad. I want it soon, guys. Trust me. So I know one of you guys asked this question. I was looking through earlier, but I lost it right now. But one of you asked if I went to college and like my viewpoint on college. So I didn't go to college. I was planning on going after high school, but I kind of took like this break after high school, and I never went back to school. But yeah, I wasn't motivated whatsoever to go to college. You know, I was gonna go to college because it was like the normal thing to do after high school. As I got older, I kind of like learned more, and I was just like, you know, college isn't for me. I would be going, but I wouldn't be there for like the right reason. I would just be going and wasting my time pretty much. And then I pretty much landed like a good job throughout that time. So as far as like my viewpoint on college, I think it's good if you're in there for, you know, a specific reason, because you're trying to get into like, you know, a field that requires college or you need the school for it. But if you're just like going there just to go, because it's like the normal thing to do and your parents are telling you to go, to be honest, I feel like it's just a waste of time. I believe that connections are like key and #1 into like getting like a certain job or whatever. I feel like connections are way more valuable than a piece of paper that says you can memorize stuff for a test. So a lot of people are asking doing YouTube and why you chose that path. So what really got me into doing YouTube is watching other people and being inspired by their videos, such as TJ Hunt. I used to watch Subaru WRX Fan, his car reviews. that dude in blue, Evan Shanks back when he had the TC. So I watched a lot of YouTubers back, and I really got inspired by that, and basically seeing them do all these great things through YouTube, and that pretty much motivated me to start my own channel. So I got a few questions on would I ever sell this car. So I don't plan on selling it, but would I ever sell this car? I want to say no, but you just never know what can happen in the future. Like, I don't know, maybe sometime in the future I would have to sell it. Like, you just literally never know. It's kind of a question that I don't have an answer for, but like, you know, in my mind right now, I don't plan on selling this car. Anthony FRS _ asks, are you gonna end up molding the V3 kit? No, I am not molding this kit whatsoever. Heck no, I'm tired of dealing with a molded kit. Avocado asks, what was the most challenging task you have faced with the car? The most challenging thing I've done probably was installing a clutch. It was really intimidating at first, but after going through the whole process, it wasn't that bad. Dinus asks, what is your favorite phase of your FRS other than its current phase? I want to say when my car was red, it was very similar to the red that I have on the car right now. Back when I had working mitts and the car was like super stanced out. It looks so crazy. I love that look. All right, I did as much as I can. I actually have to go into work right now. I have to clock in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna be super late, but I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I tried to answer most of your guys' questions in the time period that I had. This video is probably super long, so if you stuck it out to this point in the video, I appreciate you so much. It literally means the world. But yeah, I hope I made as much things clear to you guys on the things that you may have been wondering about me. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.